My name is Ashley Profit, and today I'm going to show you a really quick and simple way to add your design to a styled stock image that features a mug. So let's get started. First, we're going to open up Photoshop. We're going to go File, Open. So we're going to open up our image, and so here we have this gorgeous styled stock image and a beautiful crisp white mug, and we're going to add an image, a design that I have created to this mug. The simplest way to do that is to go File, Place Embedded, and then you add your design. And the easiest thing to do, or the easiest way to do this, is to make sure that you are using a raw file, so either an AI file or an EPS file from Illustrator, or a PNG file, so that your background is transparent. It just makes your job a little bit easier. So now I'm going to hold the Shift key down, and I'm going to pull until I scale this appropriately. And so I know that it's about that big, okay? And then I'm going to click Enter, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and it's only pixelated because I've already resized this a little bit smaller. I'm going to click the E key on my keyboard, and when I do that, I get this little symbol that basically means you can't edit this yet. So that reminds me that I've embedded this design, but I haven't rasterized it, and in order to fully edit it, I need to rasterize it. So I'm going to go Layer, Rasterize Smart Object. Oh, and now I have my eraser tool. So you just click E on your keyboard and that gives you your eraser tool, and I'm going to erase that little tail right there that gave it away that it wasn't actually photographed in the image. And then you can see right over her finger is another little swoop from that tail, and I'm going to erase that. And then I'm going to kind of zoom out. And fortunately for this design, it actually looks pretty believable as is. And that is probably just because there is a lot of white space. But if you were thinking, if you were visually thinking very critically, you would notice that this line, for instance, is flat. It looks like it was created on a flat surface, versus this line has just a very slight curve to it, because obviously it's a mug and it was photographed as a 3D object. So what we want to do is we want to mimic those very slight curves of the mug. And so what I've done is I did Command T, and that gives me my transform tool here. And you can click anywhere in the box, and what's going to happen is your warp tool is going to come up here. And so now I'm able to actually warp this by just pulling and kind of visually trying to mimic the lines of this mug. And so you can see that I'm going to exaggerate this a little bit so you can fully get the idea. But what I want to do is just mimic the shape of that mug as if this image were always there. So now I'm going to click Enter. We're going to zoom out to 100% and see what happens is, maybe you can see it, I shouldn't have, it's very, very small. What happened is now, and I just pulled that guideline down just so that you could see, now it no longer looks like it's on a flat surface, it curves ever so slightly. Just a little bit. It just makes it a little bit more believable. One last trick is always making sure that you click on your layers palette, click on that specific layer, and right here where it says normal, you choose darken. Now this works very well if you're working on a plain white background. So because this image of the mug is white, if there had been anything in my design, if it had had a white background, that would have solved the problem relatively easily. And it also is going to just kind of absorb it into that white background, make it just, again, a little bit more believable. And so that is my super quick, easy, and efficient way to add your design to a mug. I hope that that works well for you. And if not, send us your questions and we'd be happy to help you. Have a great day.